So hey guys, I decided to go ahead and pick up another set of Lamin X overlays for this car. I like the front one so much. I went ahead and got the ones for the rear reflector here. So these go right inside here on the reflector. As you guys know, they're pre-cut. I got the light smoke again. There's the 4 shades you can get. Just check their website out. Have the full kit available. I think it flows with the stock lights. I always like how the stock lights are dark. And they even sell a kit for the inner part here that I might pick up later. So it takes that white part and just gives it a light smoke. So let me go ahead and show you here. So here's what you get in the kit. The 2 pieces here. The only thing I could say that was hard was to figure out what goes on the left and what goes on the right, because they're not marked. And they're very little differences between the two. You just have to find where it curves out more, is what I found out. It's the only negative thing I'll say. Like, they look almost identical, but one side curves out more than the other. So you have to kind of relate that to the reflector. I wish they had markings on them. But that's the only gripe I have about this. But again, this will be, the light smoke that I did will be nice and subtle, and it just ties it all together. Kind of gives it that smoke look, but the reflectors will still be usable again. So here, I'm just test fitting to see which one goes where. Like I said, they're so close. And this is an area where I would definitely recommend cutting those tabs off. If you see this, you can just take scissors and you go straight up over the tab so it just lines up even with the tint. Because this is so tight in here, using an X-Acto knife, you're almost guaranteed to scratch the paint. So, word of advice, I would definitely cut the tabs off here before you do anything. So here, I clean the reflector really well. And I decided which one goes where. At least I think it does. So let me show you here. Okay, so here I cut the tabs off, if you see the difference. You just go even with the overlay here, just with a pair of scissors. And I would highly recommend doing this just because, like I said, I don't know how you would cut that tab off once you put it down without hitting the paint. It's just not even worth it. So cut it off, and then it's like any other overlay. If you've ever done those, it's easy. So luckily I didn't scratch the paint figuring this out, but save you guys some trouble. So here I'm just test fitting it to make sure. And now I'm going to use water on this because to me it's easier to do. Now they say a couple sprays of water, so nothing too crazy. And there's overlay. And this one gave me a little bit of problems. I had to keep taking it up just to get it fit right. It's a very hard area to work in just because how these things set back. And what I do, each time you take it off, I'd spray more water. Because if you don't, it's going to make this thing like stick more in place. It's not going to give you that flexibility like you look for. So if you do have to pull it off, just spray a little bit more water on it. And it gives you the flexibility to kind of slide it. But like I said, it's just so much easier doing this. I'm glad they made these overlays than trying to make a template and then cut it out of vinyl yourself. So I was happy to find these. I think it's all you really need if you're just wanting to give your car a little bit more aggressive look. You know, the hardest thing for me was depending what shade I wanted to get. But if you guys watched me before with the Accord, I like the subtle changes too. I don't like to go all out on a lot of the stuff. But everyone's different, so that's the beauty of it, how they offer 4 different levels. So once you figure that out, just order all the same. But like I said, this will give you an idea what the light looks like. You know, to me, it's just enough. If you want a little bit more, go to the second step up. I'd probably stay away from their darkest just because it would black everything out, unless that's the look you want. Okay, so that one's done. This one has not been done yet. But let me go ahead and do this one. Okay, so I did that one. Same way. See, it's pretty dark on here actually. Now the light's hitting it. Reflector still works, which I like. And it's such a small piece. Even if you're not perfect with it, you're not going to be able to tell. But it looks really good. I think it's more cohesive with the rear of this car with the darker tail lights from the factory. It's just that little, like I said, that little touch. And here's what it comes in. So they have the tint, the gun smoke, the smoked, and the charcoal. So this is the tint, is what they call it. But I reached out and they said it's about a 35%. So to give you guys a idea what that looks like. But it flows with this, I feel like, a lot. So if you can see how dark it looks, which is nice. But then when light hits it, it looks really light, like there's nothing on it, which is the idea I wanted because it's still usable. But really clean look. I'd highly recommend it. If you guys want that little extra touch to your car and it's easy, you don't have to cut anything, except the tabs off maybe, but ties it all together. I do like it a lot. So if you guys are looking to do that, I'd highly recommend it. Like I said, check the link in the description. Reach out to me if you do this, if you have any questions, concerns. Want to know how they're holding up, I'll let you guys know. I'll be honest about it. I appreciate it. And hopefully that makes it a little easier if you guys decide to do that. Like I said, I might be doing the tail lights later on, so definitely check back just to finish it up here with the tint. Okay? Appreciate you guys. I really do. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.